How's it going, y'all? Today is day one of changing my life in 6 months. To start off the day, we're headed a little bit down I-75 to go sell some Pokemon games that I've had since I was a little kid. 3 games. I know it's only 2 cases, but there's a third game in one of the cases that I just don't have a case for. So, yeah, I've had these games since I was a little kid. I bought all of them brand new on release date, pre-ordered all of them. And, you know, the fact that I've held on to them for all these years is honestly kind of helping out the current situation I'm in with the fact of, you know, I'm just able to resell them for more money. These are 3 of the last 6 games I have. I have Pokemon Fire Red, Sapphire, and Ruby as well to sell. But yeah, going to meet a guy right now down in Clio, Michigan, and I'm selling all 3 of these games for $330. Which is not bad when you think about the fact that when I bought these brand new, they were only 120 bucks. So, yeah, day one of changing my life. I'm just taking you guys along for, you know, to resell this stuff. So, I guess I'll talk to you more after I meet with the guy and make sure I get what I'm supposed to be getting in terms of cash. So, yeah, see y'all in a little bit. What's up? So, we're back home now. I was able to sell those games, as you can see, based on the fact that I have $330 right here. I still have 3 Pokemon games from my childhood I need to sell. Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Sapphire, and Pokemon Ruby. Everything else I have sold. I had, like, you know, every single DS Pokemon game ever created, and then all the GBAs too. Some of them I have in, like, complete in case, like those ones. The few games I have left are all games that I do not have the cases for. So that's kind of sad. It's really weird, like, talking to your phone as people drive by. That's going to be hard to get used to. But, so now pretty much what we're doing is we're going to be cutting my grass. So, if you're wondering what the series is about, for the start of it, it's just going to be kind of me at my house, fixing stuff up so I can get ready to sell it here, hopefully within the next month. Luckily, the town I live in is very sought after for homes. We have what you would call a closed school district. So in order to go to the schools here, you need to live within the county lines. And there's a lot of, I guess what you'd call, fuck right for those keys. There's a lot of, like, more inner city schools where lots of kids get, you know, expelled from and they hop around everywhere. So all the white people like to move here because they think their kids aren't going to get, you know, or they're not going to be affected by all the gangs and that bullshit, which isn't true. They still fucking show up here. Where'd I put those keys? Fuck. Did I just lose my... I'm a dumbass. I use the keys to unlock the fucking shed. So, yeah, I guess I'll show you my house quick. So, we'll take a little... That's my garage. That's my house. This is my yard. And my shitty garden. As you can see, I got my ladder out. I had to fix my gutters the other day. And we're also, you know, going on landscaping right now. Still got some work to do on that. We're gonna fix that up after we finish this grass. But yeah, that's pretty much the goal for today. You know, try and get this all ready so tomorrow I can go get some mulch. And then I gotta clean the awnings too a little bit. And then, you know, deal with all that fucking shitty painted wood. So I'll give you a little update in a little bit once we got some grass. Kind of interesting. There's some mushrooms growing in my yard. That's weird. But yeah, we're gonna fucking chop these fuckers out. Well, grass is cut. Fucking haven't started on this yet. That took a whole 2 fucking hours. I honestly hate having this much fucking land. It's not even that much. It's just an acre. I gotta go with the wee whip from my parents still. But look at all this stupid shit. Fucking internet company came to install some internet, new handhole. Fucking brand new handhole, already broken. What are the odds? And then all this shit. And they already came back to backfill it with fucking dirt and put grass seed down. Do you see any fucking grass seed? Barely fucking any. And like, why the fuck did you have to go so far into my yard? I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking, you know, being a fucking old grumpy ass old man, but like, I worked in telecom for 5 years and we installed lots of fiber and we didn't fuck shit up like that. And when we did fucking do shit, we'd fucking fix it before we left. So, like, what the fuck is this? Like, why did you drive right through my fucking yard? You can see it. You can see the fucking track. Right there, too. And then they just fucking sat right here on the fucking edge of my yard. All the fucking way down. So fucking annoying. Some random person was just honking at me. But, oh, what's this? A fucking jumper. Huh. Well, I guess I shouldn't say a jumper. This is a boot for a fucking jumper. But yeah, so I'm gonna go grab a wheelbarrow for my parents and get going on this shit. My dad was saying I could cut these in like 4s and like, you know, I could, you know, cut them like, well, yeah, you know, cut down the middle and cut long ways and then take them out and then place them along the side, you know, to help the curb appeal on the house for when I sell it. But I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. I think I'm gonna get a decent bit for the house anyway, just because of the town we live in, and I'd really like to get on moving to fucking Oregon. That's where I'm gonna be. That's where I'm moving to. Still got a couple things left to sell. I've sold most everything I had though. Just paid my dirt bike off last night. Waiting for the transaction to go through on Honda Financial, and then I'm gonna go get a title and try and sell this. I got my mountain bike over there too, but that's coming with me because that's a little bit easier to have on me when I'm fucking living out of the back of my truck than this bitch. But I really do love this bike. I'm gonna miss it. I'll probably end up buying another one once I'm out there though. Not a 450 though. I don't need the fucking 450. I learned that the hard way. But yeah, this is the topper I'm gonna be fucking living in. I know it's not the color of my truck, but it was $400. It's a Jason. Didn't come with any keys, but all the glass is good. So I need to get some keys. I'm pretty sure I could like, get a set for like $10, and it's even got the screens on the inside. You can see there. So that's cool. There's and the latches on the sides. There's a couple dings on it, like right here. I think I'm just gonna take some silicone and silicone over it and just smooth it out. But I think there's another spot or two like that. But other than that, not a bad deal. It's all the fucking yard waste from the back half. And I also need to do something about this shit because, you know, obviously there's a stump here, but all this fucking foliage and bullshit's growing around it. My dad's got a rototiller attachment for my weed whip that he bought, but that's why he has it. He's been using it. So I think I'm just going to take the rototiller and then rototill all this fucking area right here. And then throw some grass seed down. And then rototill that too. And then we're gonna rototill all this bullshit too, throw down some grass seed. Rototill this just so all the weeds go away and doesn't keep popping back up. Like my owl there. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's yeah, kind of funny. You know, I got this nice little pear tree. It actually bears fruit. I wonder if you can see any of it right now. I think it's out of season. But yeah, it's out of season. But this thing actually bears fruit. It's a pretty big motherfucker. That's another pear tree too, but that thing kind of just, as you can see, ain't doing too hot. But this one's solid. And then last but not least, we got the fire pit, which I have been working on this, but need to work on it a little bit more. Originally where all this like dirt and shit was, there was a massive pile of wood and a lot of high grass. So I just, took all the wood, fucking threw it over here, chopped down all this shit, And then I burned all the wood. I had some like wooden spools and stuff too that I burned. And then obviously, you can see there's kind of a circle right here. That's where one of the spools have been sitting for a long time. And another circle right there, that's where another wooden spool has been sitting. So we're gonna rototill this shit up, throw some grass seed down. Hopefully that grass will start growing in the next week or so. I'd really like to get out of this house. Oh, look at all these fucking flies. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. Not really. But yeah, I'd really like to get out of this house by the end of this month. I know that kind of sounds crazy, just because, I still have some work to do. And then, selling a house, normally that takes a little bit, but you don't quite understand the town I'm from. The motherfuckers around here, they just buy houses up like it's nothing, especially this house. Very sought after. And not only that, I'll show you a little sneak peek of the inside. It's updated too. So, the house was built in 1948, but I need to do dishes. It's got an updated kitchen. Yeah, this fucking fell off the other week when I was making a pizza. It's got an updated double oven. I can fix that. I just got to take the inside off and grab the bolt out. Updated refrigerator. If we come down here into the basement, it's got a new washer and dryer, new water heater, new furnace. It's got a nice filtration system for the well. And not only that, the person that originally installed the well did a really shitty job. So about a week ago, I broke out this entire wall and remortared it in because I've been having problems with water leaking in here since I've owned it. But good news is no water leaks in anymore. You can see all the fucking rock and shit from where we what do you call it, not jackhammered, but hammered out the block to make more room for the mortar. I consulted with an actual mason, a master mason. He's retired, but he knows how to work with brick, and that's what he said to do, and he came over and helped me with that. So yeah, also got this old fucking wood stove that's been sitting here since fucking who knows when. My mom says I should try and get it out of the basement because I could probably sell it for a decent bit of cash, but this thing's fucking big. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I mean, I'd have to get it up these stairs somehow, and I don't really own like a trolley or nothing that I could use to get this thing out. But it's got all new plumbing in this bitch. Let me find some of the pecs. Oh yeah, you can see the pecs. It was originally copper, but it's got all new plumbing all through it. Sink. And then over here, there's even a little workroom. I gotta clear all this bullshit out still. But I'm gonna be using this paint to repaint everything. My panel. Nothing exciting. But yeah, all new pecs all throughout. Not bad. Yeah, this is my first house. And who knows, maybe it'll be my last one. But skateboard. We had a tornado and my mom was freaking out, so to appease her, I told her I'd go down in the basement, so I just came down here and skateboarded for a while. But yeah, that's the basement. Living room. As you can see, there's not really much here. I gotta take that couch to my grandpa's storage unit still, because I'm keeping that. And then my futon too. This is the other half of the futon. But gotta break that down. This clothing rack, I'm giving it to my mom. This is pretty much all the clothes I'm gonna be taking with me to Oregon. It's got an updated bathroom, nice and new. Shower's pretty fucking dirty, but tile shower. Fucking yeah, I'm a guy that brushes his teeth in the shower. Yeah, that needs to be cleaned. A lot of stuff needs to be cleaned. And then, my bedroom, where I edit the videos and whatnot. The computer. And it's actually got an upstairs too, but that's not too exciting. Yeah, this paper's been falling off, so I'm just gonna Probably buy some more online and try and replace it. This thing gotta get moved to my sister's. A lot of stuff I gotta do still, but I don't got a job, so I got time to do it. Yeah, we're gonna now go to my parents and go get a wheelbarrow and go get that rototiller. So now I'm driving my parents. I figured you guys would probably like maybe a little bit more of an explanation for why I am selling my house, and also how does a kid that's unemployed have a house. So I wasn't unemployed always. When I bought the house, I had a job. I had a pretty decent job, I'd like to think. I climbed cell phone towers for about 4.5 years. But what do you call it? Let's say the week coming back after the July 4th holiday last year is when I found out that I was gonna be laid off. And you know, originally they were just like, yeah, you know, it'll be like a week or two, and then we'll bring you guys back. Yeah, it ended up just being, you know, we got laid off and that never brought back onto work. So, you know, they fired us. It was really shitty. The majority of the people from my company they ended up firing was people like me and other people that were, you know, on the higher end of the wage scale of people that worked in the field. I was a crew lead for a telecommunications company, building cell sites for T-Mobile, AT&T, Dish, Verizon. I've worked on all the big carriers in the United States. And a lot of you might think like, oh, why didn't you just get another job doing that again? Well, there's a lot that goes into that, but I'll just keep it brief and say the telecommunications industry is just getting worse by the year. How it was when I got into it, it's not the same anymore. And I really have no interest getting back into that industry after, you know, experiencing what I did experience for all those years. And that's what led me down the line of, you know, where I'm at now, which is, you know, I sold basically everything I fucking owned inside my house. And now I'm getting ready to sell my house so I can go move to Oregon and actually go do something I want to do. And what that thing is I want to go work at ski resorts. You know, kind of a stupid fucking thing, like, oh, you're 27 years old, you gotta fucking find a career. Well, I mean, you can make a career out of working at ski resorts. You know, what I want to do is I want to go operate a fucking snowcat. You know, where a lot of people think like that job's fucking shitty. You know, you gotta fucking work night shift. That doesn't bother me. I've worked night shift before. It wasn't that bad. And obviously I'm probably not gonna be able to do that right away. So I'm willing to just do whatever job I need to do in order to eventually, hopefully, get into a snowcat. You know, with my work history of what I've done over the years, I feel like I have a lot of value that I could, you know, give to a ski resort. You know, I managed a bar and grill here in the surrounding area of my hometown for 2.5 years. And then before that, you know, I worked at a fine dining kind of place as a bartender and a server. And, you know, I also have experience climbing cell phone towers. You know, I feel like I could do pretty good as, say, a maintenance technician for chairlifts. So that's what I want to do. You know, I want to do maintenance on chairlifts and, you know, operate a snowcat in the winter. And I mean, truly, the main reason why I have interest in those things is just, you know, I love to snowboard. You know, I love to downhill mountain bike. And, like, I mean, yeah, they have that stuff here in Michigan, but in Oregon, you can work at a resort that operates 10 months out of the year for snowboarding, and then you're surrounded by downhill mountain biking all around you. Here in Michigan, there's only one place in the Lower Peninsula where that has actual, like, downhill trails, and other than that, it's all just fucking, like, shitty enduro. And I mean, yeah, you know, my fucking, you know, yeah, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like fucking climbs on a mountain bike. You know, I like to go into a fucking bike park where I can hop on a chairlift and throw my bike on a chairlift, and I go to the top, and then I get to go down and, you know, go fast and hit jumps, and then when it's time to go back up again, I get to hop on a chairlift again. That's just me, man. You know, I like extreme sports. I kind of have ever since I was a little kid. you know, honestly, it's probably my father's fault. Like, I can distinctively remember when I watched Tony Hawk do the first 900 at the X Games. That was like a very defining moment of my childhood. And ever since then, it's always been, yeah, you know, snowboarding, downhill mountain biking. Oh, here's my mom. Huh. Yeah, she just passed me in her truck. But yeah, ever since then, it's been a very, just, you know, action sports have kind of been all I've wanted to do. And being here in Michigan, I mean, they have good motocross tracks, but my big things are, yeah, snowboarding and downhill mountain biking, and it's not the best here in Michigan. It really isn't. And I've been telling myself for the past 5 years, like, no, you need to just not fucking do it. Just like keep working this job, you know, you got a nice house and blah 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 blah. And I'm honestly to the point where I don't fucking care anymore. You know, I want to go do something that makes me happy. And I mean, yeah, ever since I quit smoking weed like 4 weeks ago, I've been happier, and I've thought about it. I'm like, oh, I could see myself still living here, but no, I'm too deep into this already. Fucking, I've sold all my furniture. I've sold fucking everything. I mean, all my fucking old games from when I was a kid, they're almost all gone. I just have some Pokemon cards left that I need to sell. So, but yeah, now we're just pulling in my parents' driveway. That's how close we live to each other, you know. I can talk to you guys for like 2-3 minutes and then I'm at my folks. So, moving to Oregon will definitely be a little different because, you know, I'll be like 36 hours away from them rather than 5 minutes, but it's something that needs to be done. And I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey of me changing my fucking life. So, hope you guys are ready, because I fucking know I am. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm from a very flat area, and there ain't a lot of mountains around here. I mean, not all of Michigan's like this, but at least my hometown is. But yeah, no, I got the wheelbarrow and my weed whip and shit. I just ran uptown to go get some Arizonas and a couple other groceries that I need for the week. I'm not gonna video camera this nice lady that's running on the side of the road. That just feels too weird. I'm still not used to the whole, like, you know, being okay with, you know, recording around other people. That's definitely gonna be something I have to get used to. That one guy that just sailed, you know, the Pacific from Oregon to Hawaii, he was talking about how that's hard to get used to, and even though he finished his journey and he made it to Hawaii, he's still not very used to it. But that's something I definitely want to get more used to doing. I will say this, I finally, you know, rode around at my local, I guess, yeah, my local, you know, resort this past winter with the helmet cam. I'll throw a clip or two up, you know, on the screen showing that. But like, that was fucking hard in itself. Like, the amount of fucking people that were just, you know, you could just look at them and you could tell they were fucking dogging you just from fucking, you know, because you have a helmet on your camera. But yeah, you know, this is where I'm from. It was a pretty small farm town when I was growing up. It's getting a little bigger now, but I'm just over it, man. All the fucking uptight ass motherfuckers around here, and then, yeah, you know, they're putting the internet into my yard, and then also just, like, you know, having a mortgage and a truck payment and all this other shit, and not allowing me to be able to go do stuff when I want to do it. Like, my true goal was to make it out to Oregon, specifically Mount Hood, by the summer solstice, so I could, you know, experience the summer solstice at Illumination Rock with all my friends. I don't think I'll make that this summer, sadly, but I know I'm gonna fucking be there for next summer. But yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going to Oregon, Mount Hood specifically. Obviously not the Portland area. Portland's fucked. You know, I ain't trying to be all around all them fucking homeless people and all the fucking needles. Where I'll be at's a lot more chill. I have visited out there. I took a trip out there last summer, or I guess last May, for what they call May Pass in the snowboard and ski world, and it was awesome. and it just, you know, it cemented the fact that, like, yeah, this is where I want to be. But yeah, now we're back home, and we're gonna go put the items inside. We'll put them away, and then we're gonna come back out here and get back to working on some landscaping for maybe an hour or two. Oh, look at that! There's a squirrel on my porch. Oh, I missed it. Damn. Well, yeah. Time to go take the stuff inside. I wonder if I can one-hand all these bags and record the entire time. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? You know, the classic image of, you know, one trip only. Oh, yeah. In my opinion, that wasn't very good for me, you know? Like, I know that's what most kids do nowadays. They just come home and play video games. But honestly, I think video games are one of the worst things that have happened. Dude, check this out. Fucking bird shit on my truck. I just washed this bitch like fucking 3 or 4 days ago. That's so annoying. I fucking hate birds. That's another thing I hate about this place. This fucking tree, dude. Birds sit up in this tree all day and they just fucking shit on this fucking truck. We got some of it done, but sadly, midway through doing the second one, as you can see, I got this one pretty much all done. I just gotta rake it out. Midway through the second one, fucking battery died. So, gotta throw that on the charger. And I guess we're gonna take that up tomorrow morning. But that's okay. I need to fucking get going on my dishes anyway so I can cook fucking dinner for myself. So, yep, just gonna go throw this on the charger inside the garage, and then we're gonna go make some, then we're gonna go do some dinner. Then we're gonna go do some dishes, and then eat some dinner. Since we're gonna give you guys a quick rundown of the garage, for the most part, this thing's pretty good. There is I will say this, the roof's falling off, and I don't know how well you can see. Oh, you can see pretty fucking good. Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, water fucking gets in there bad. So we gotta fix that too. I don't think that'll be that big of a problem, but I know the previous owner just like spray foamed shit, and obviously that's not how you fix a fucking hole in a roof, so now it's my problem to take care of. I mean, I haven't done shit to it for the past 2 years, which, you know, definitely didn't help because it got rained down for another 2 years, but we gonna fix it now, so. And that brace right there probably needs to get changed out too. But yeah, we got the battery on the charger. It's making a weird noise. Yeah, it always kind of scares me when it does that. But yeah, we're gonna let that be overnight. I gotta go grab the wheelbarrow and put it in the garage. And we're gonna go fucking fix us some dinner. Man, look at that sky though. Pretty, huh? I gotta grab this fucking attachment. That would have sucked. Left my fucking weed whip attachment out. But yeah, dude. Pretty ass sky. I will miss that. You got a nice view of the sunset here from the porch. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you boys. I think we're gonna pull the classic Asmund Gold maneuver tonight and deal with that in the morning. But this is our dinner just soon. And then I also, what I like to do with my ramen, I just put like some onions in it to get a little more oomph, you know? A little more oomph. That just stopped recording after I did the oomph. But yeah, no, I was saying how I normally would add carrots or other stuff to it. Or like bacon in this would be good, but you know, my bacon pan's right there, so yeah, that'll be a tomorrow thing. Now I just gotta wait for this stupid fucking pot to warm up so I can drop my fucking and the noodles in it. I did find some of my OG top ramen, and I'm kind of afraid to try this. I feel like it might be bad, so we're just gonna go with the OG and not waste a good thing of onions. I'll try this when I don't have any onions to put in it, so if I throw it away, I don't feel as bad. Still waiting for it to boil. This one's gonna be the hard one. Okay, we're gonna use the phone to push it in, I guess. Okay, well, that kind of worked. Yeah. There she is, boys. Ramen with onions. Onion. Yummy. Now I just gotta let this bitch cool down for like 5 minutes so I can even eat it. Favorite part of the night. Chill out, watch skateboarding, snowboarding videos, slurp some ramen. So good.